him down. Corey! Now, but Corey gets another one on the handbeat. Yeah, they turn this on its head. Corey's got the high ground, just takes the pot shot, gets a dead in midair. Gets the headshot on the Mecco as well. Beautiful stuff from Corey.
The next one is Corey, also an Overwatch World Cup winner with Team USA. One of the stars of the league decided, I'm done, I'm going to Valorant.
You hear Ult has been used in exchange for that by Corey. Corey looks like he's holding that angle. Hasn't popped out yet because he's still CC'd. Oh my god, she's able to get two! Drop, he gets four. Give him the ace, baby! What a huge round from FaZe Clan!
Finding success as a pro player in any esport is a pretty rare feat.
Simple. He needs a multi-kill. First found. Twist aggressing. They have to double peek. He's getting his shots. He's hitting another one. Simple. No, Simple. That's unbelievable. What in his name? Number one in the game. He's done it again.
But a successful career in 2 different games is almost unheard of. Unless, of course, we're talking about Valorant.
Colors tries, he does all that he can, but it's simply not enough against 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves, they've done it. They are your First Strike North America champions.
Ever since its release, Valorant has become a sort of hub for former Overwatch and CSGO players who are looking for a second chance at glory.
I think if anything, Overwatch was just like a stepping stone to get here where I am now, because now I just feel at home, man. I'm playing a game that's like a hybrid of like CS and Overwatch.
Both established contenders and washed up pros left their original games in droves to form new teams and try their luck in a brand new esport. But few players can say they've had the transition that Corey has had.
You'll have it at some point. It's only around number 7. Oh, and a showstopper!
Oh, in his Overwatch League days, Corey was considered an elite player.
Roki comes around the side with a poison trap of all things. Gonna be taking him down. Corey! Now, but Corey gets another one on the handbeat.
His incredible skills earned him a reputation as one of the aim gods of Overwatch.
Then they turn this on its head. Corey's got the high ground, just taking pot shots, gets a dead in midair. Gets the headshot on the Mecco as well. Beautiful stuff from Corey.
And in 2019, he helped Team USA win gold and bring home the Overwatch World Cup.
Team USA, they're going to get back on and touch. Supercharger from Subaru. Corey's Tracer. What a nuisance. Burns Elsa down, and now he's looking for more. Keo is in deep trouble.
At just 20 years old, Corey was at the top of his game.
Finally, after 4 years, 3 years of heartbreak, for the very first time, the United States are Overwatch World Cup champions.
But then the meta shifted, and all of a sudden, things weren't exactly favorable for his beloved DPS characters, like Widowmaker and Tracer.
Why would I play a strict damage dealer, like Tracer, for example? Why would I play a strict damage dealer or McCree or Widow or whatever when I can play a hero that is now kind of damage, like Mei? So I can still click heads with the Icicle, I can freeze people, I have a wall, and I have a massive AoE ult that fucks everybody up in a 10-mile radius. Like, why am I going to play a damage dealer when I can do that?
DPS players were dropping like flies, and Corey joined a number of other big names who decided to leave the Overwatch pro scene.
쉽게 말하면은 그냥 오버워치는 게임이 나한테 안 맞는 느낌이라서.
Corey was obviously an incredible Overwatch player, and earlier in his career, he actually wanted to go pro in CSGO. So his next move made sense. He was going to try his hand at Valorant. Riot's shooter seemed like the perfect combination of the 2 games that Corey loved.
It looks like CSGO with Overwatch Ultimates.
But the thing is, many people thought that games like Overwatch and Valorant didn't take as much skill as CSGO. And in their minds, any Overwatch player trying to play Valorant could never match up to anybody who used to play CSGO for a living.
The skill ceiling and the potential is a lot lower than a game like Counter-Strike, right? So AZK, Brack, Skadoodle, right? Legends, insane, but they're capped. They're capped, right? So everybody else is going to be on their level.
I think people were just looking, like a lot of CS players were just looking at Overwatch and being like, yeah, like, oh, like you play Reinhardt or something, you know what I mean? But that's not the case. You know, there's actually a lot of aim that goes into it, and that's why we are like FaZe is pretty much like one of the most mechanically gifted teams out there. You know, like none of us are tank players.
So if Valorant was going to be the arena where former Overwatch and CSGO players duked it out, the winner seemed obvious. Except Corey was about to prove them all wrong.
Let's go!
He entered the Valorant scene as part of FaZe Clan, and his roster was mostly made up of retired Overwatch pros. With Valorant's esports scene still in diapers, Corey was determined to set the record straight, that he and his teammates could beat any player, no matter what game they used to play.
There's just something about beating these CS teams that like think that I, like specifically me, like play like stupid. That's what they call it. Like that's how they call it. Like, or at least that's what specifically 100 Thieves would say in scrims. They would be like, yo, like if you rush in the first 10 seconds of the round, we're gonna leave.
FaZe Clan's chance to finally lay the Overwatch stigma to rest came in March 2021 during the Champions Tour NA Challenger stage.
Gonna push again with Marv though, and there's an ult to the backside there. Corey swinging hard, he gets 2.
Oh no. Corey, 3. Void Ray falls. They're just picking him apart one by one. Thief doesn't even have enough time to get into the flank. It's a flawless for FaZe.
The numbers are dwindling, but Corey, again, great position here up close, able to pull out the showstopper, try to hold you.
No way. Have to get back on and find the plant. Baby Bay gonna find the kills. They're just gonna push right through and try and stop it. That's it right there. The spike goes down and FaZe. They clean him up, make it Corey.
Nothing discovered, and this is NRG trying to starve a little bit of information of their own, but nobody expects Corey to be in the house. That's 2. NRG trying to play ahead of FaZe's utility right now by sneaking into B, and it's worked pretty well. No, Shanks! It's a showstopper to stop his show.
FaZe blew past competitors like T1, NRG, and Luminosity to face off against 100 Thieves, a team made up almost entirely of former CSGO pros. If there was ever a time for Corey and his teammates to pull together and win, this was it. It was their moment to prove that their Overwatch roots weren't going to stop them from dominating in Valorant. And during the Challengers Grand Final, Corey and his squad wiped the floor with 100 Thieves.
Oh no, it doesn't work.
Okay, FaZe have turned things around. You've got Zachary, who's full W. He has 0 chill. They spot one towards FaZe. They know the last player's on high. They're gonna try and tap the spike, debating out of position. It's Steel. We talked about it in the pregame. How are they going to handle an up presence when we knew it would come in from FaZe? FaZe bread and butter, and Corey. He says, it's cute and all that we rely on the up. We don't need to, I'm here. Nice shots coming out early from Baby Bay on the Marshall, not the op. Nades coming down, doing significant damage, and that's what allows Corey to absolutely punish. Nearsightedness not going to affect him. Corey already on the flank, and they have no idea. Corey does whiffle a little bit at the beginning there, but it's still down to 1 player remaining. It's Ethan with the Sheriff.
And sure, every member of FaZe was part of the team's triumph, but Corey's contribution with Raze made a huge difference.
Corey spots one up on the rafters over towards Heaven. How does that work? Ethan just sticks around a little too long. They still haven't secured a plant. Zachary just wants to go for the swing, but it's actually Baby Bay to drop him, and now the round is falling apart. It's gonna be FaZe who go through as the #1 seed coming out of Challengers 3 with a big win over 100 Thieves.
And while Challengers results don't definitively prove that one esports scene is superior to another, they do show that sometimes the stereotypes just aren't true. Sometimes you have to believe what you see with your own eyes.
Having this be our first win, we had something to prove, and I think we all proved ourselves that we could do it. And we are good players because we knew we were, but we just hadn't gotten any like good success. So even though the win was for only money and seeding, it still meant a lot to us.
I don't think any of us really care who we're going to go against. I think we're all confident in whatever team we play that we're going to do what we want to do.
Corey and the rest of FaZe may have gotten their start in what many believe is an easier game, but clearly, they have no plans to take it easy in Valorant.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring that notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit up our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages.